our great evening of comedy. Be remiss if we didn't thank our leaders and the many volunteers and Memorial Care that made the vaccine available to us so early. And it is the clubs that contribute so much to our rich life here in Laguna Woods. We want to welcome all the members of the various clubs, particularly the TGIF, the baby boomers, the pickleballers, the old pros, the bocce club, the lawnmowers. They're the quiet ones. The Rainbow Club, the Rock and Rollers, the Saddleback Church, of course, the golfers. Joey has for 14 years. She has led our comedy club back. Bill Bailey has not returned, but Joey has, and has brought a great show with her. Classy, clean, and witty comes to mind when you talk about Joey. This wise and energetic grandmother connects with her audiences with intelligence and real-life humor. Her insight to senior life here in Southern California is original, unpredictable, and sometimes it's a little off-color. Whether it's producing her own trendy comedy show at the former Palace in Dana Point, or one of the many other venues that she has appeared, she keeps your audience laughing. Her combination of singing, dancing, personality, and stand-up have kept us entertained for many, many years. But Joey is more than comedy. Joey is attracted to men that can dance, even if they can't. She has 2 new knees, a handicap sticker, and drives after dark. You can meet her at TGIF usually on Fridays or the Club 19 after. And remember, she prefers red wine. Joy loves to laugh and even more enjoys making us laugh. And this is a special treat this Sunday on Channel 6 on CJ's chat box. On Channel 6 is her life story. So now, without further ado, here is our own funny lady, Joey Sims.
Okay, I'm ready. The other mic is here. Can you hear on this one?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get ready here a minute. That's an energetic song for my age. Okay. You know, laughter makes us all stronger, right? Yeah, no laughter is no good. Now, for those of you who don't laugh, put your mask on. I'm too tired to mess around. You know, what we've just been through makes prohibition of the 1920s not look so bad. I answered an ad recently from a man that said, man with lots of disinfectant looking for a woman with lots of toilet paper for good, clean fun. And I want to tell you how I kept from touching my face. You want to know? Yeah. I had a glass of wine in each hand. Now, do you remember when we used to wish the weekend would last forever? Well, it did, didn't it? This one woman said to me, her dog said to her, "You see why I eat the furniture and pee in the other room, you see?" Yeah. In fact, a lot of the dogs were saying, "No walking more today, that's enough." Well, I had to put on makeup every morning, which is I usually do anyway. And I had to dress up from my waist on up for all my Zoom classes. That was good because, you know, staying alive for Zoom was good because otherwise we all could have died. Anyway, I was never sure what day it was, and I'm madly in love with Alexa. She told me every day what the temperature was. She told me, answered all my questions, and always told me to have a nice day. So we're going steady now. She never drank my wine. But there is a new one out called Alex. Have you heard of that? Yeah, he doesn't listen very well, so. And I realized during this pandemic, I needed that underwear that says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I had Alexa. Anyway, I was married 38 years, and he was a very clever architect, but he wasn't a big talker. And he would have loved Zoom. Oh, he could have kept me muted for 36 years. One man said that during this pandemic, his wife has told him everything he's done wrong every day for 50 years. It's funny stuff happened, you know. Like one comedian called me up and he was almost crying and he said, "Joey, please, just book me, even for the future." He said, "All I've been booked for this year is a colonoscopy." I told him I hope it wasn't on Zoom. You know, I love to get dressed up. You'll find out when you watch my show. And I would have Alexa play Dino and Frank Sinatra, and I'd put a little wine in every room, and then I'd pretend I was going bar hopping. Okay, let's see, about the virus. Oh yeah, and getting shots. I used to say to my friends who haven't had the shots, and there are several, I would say, "Do you want to end your life on a vibrator?" And they'd grin at me and I'd wonder why. I meant to say ventilator. And you know, I tried to walk most days. And so one day I was walking in the Mission and all around the cemetery in San Juan. And these three little girls came up to me and they said, "Boy, you're brave. We're afraid to walk in the cemetery." I said, "I was too when I was alive." I broke a rule of mine and I gave a stranger a ride. And he was just looking me up and down. You know how that is, Brian. The stranger said to me, "How do you know I'm not a serial killer?" And I said to him, "What is the chance of two serial killers being in the same house?" He got out. Another good one I haven't tried yet. I really do all this stuff. Ask my friends. It's a lot of fun, and they don't arrest old people for practical jokes. So you go sit next to a bed, like in a movie or something, you know, and stare ahead and be very kind of mysterious, and then say, "Did you bring the money?" I haven't done that one yet. That's coming. Okay, let's talk a little bit about women and men. My daughter says I do that too much, that's why I don't have a date. Women are like telephones, you know. They like to be touched often, but don't press the wrong button or you'll be disconnected. And I want to tell all you baby boomers something. Do you know why single women are thinner? Because they go out to dinner, they have fun, they come home, they go to bed. A married woman comes home and sees what's in her bed, and she goes to the refrigerator. I really like that one. That's a good one. And then this man went to heaven, and he says, God, why do you make women so beautiful? And God says, so you will love them. And he says, and God, why do you make women so stupid? And he said, so they will love you. Okay, a couple's baby, when he was born, weighed 20 pounds. And before the baby came home, he weighed 12 pounds. And everyone said, how did that happen? And this proud grandpa said, he got circumcised. That's a really good one. Oh, and then I like this one too. See, I'm a big fan. You like that? Yeah. One of our local golfers went into the pro shop and she said, oh my God, I got stung by the biggest bee. And the guy behind the desk says, where did that happen? And she said, between the first and the second hole. He said, well, then I can tell you right now, lady, your stance is too wide. So clean here, right? And then my girlfriend's elderly father, I like this one. He came home and he said to his daughter, guess what I did today? I'm so proud I joined the parachute club. And the daughter says, what the heck? You're too old to fall out of a plane in a parachute. And he says, oh, I'm doing it, and I even have a membership card. And she said, let me see that. And he looked at it and he says, oh, Dad, you have to wear your glasses. You joined the prostitute club. And he said, well, she said, just don't talk about it, just forget it. He waited a while and he said, well, somebody better call somebody, because I've signed up for 5 jumps this next week. Okay, now I'm going to ask a question, camera people. This is going to be, can we have a little light here? Because we're going to ask the audience a question. Very important. I want to do a thing about online dating. You know, I always said I was going to start a club in here called Time's Up. Now, there's a lot of funny stuff about online dating. And I want the single people in here to raise their hand. Single people. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Keep them up, keep them up. Don't be ashamed. We're not alone. Okay, my camera people have that. Now we all know which of them are single. That's good. Now I looked at online dating, and what I figured out is the 50 and up dating. It's like shopping at a used clothing store. No offense, but it was not good. One guy tried to talk to me out of the bathroom. No. Anyway, I heard this one guy, he says, I want a woman who knows how to dress, likes to travel, and has no baggage. That's clever. Yeah. And I met a guy in here a week or so ago, Nancy, you know this. I met that attorney, and he says to me, let's just be friends, but let's just take sex off of the table. I said, so you want to get married? And then I'm going to end with this. You know, Pfizer invented Viagra. This is a true story, folks. And I figure if he can bring things like that alive, they ought to be able to handle the virus. Thank you. I'm so tired, I thought the show was over now. We girls had a hard time tonight, and I said to them, what the hell happened tonight? And they said, well, it's opening night. You know, I haven't opened in 16 years, so we didn't like it tonight. Okay. Anyway, Don Friesen is fantastic, and I was so happy to get him because everybody's on the ships and in Vegas, and we're so lucky to have him. He captures the irony of parenting, marriage, and everyday absurdities through characters, voices, parodies, and some of the best written routines around. Friesen ignites the stage with a playful, high energy spoof of his life as a modern suburban dad trying to get through the day with a bit of money in the bank and a scrap of dignity intact. Friesen's credits include Showtime, Netflix, Comics Unleashed. He's wildly popular on KLOS and with us in Laguna Woods. Let's give Don Friesen a big hand.
Right there. Are we on? Okay, that's Joey. One more time for Joey Sims. I'm not sure what happened, but she took a year off and she got better. I don't know how that works. All right, just put some around. Well, wow, look at this, huh? This time last year, I wasn't even sure there'd be this many people alive, to be honest. We're here. This is amazing. Yeah, man, 55 and older, you guys are like, you're ready. You're like, we're not waiting for the next pandemic. We're going out, man. I know, some of you excited, like the 7 o'clock show. What time did you get here? 3 o'clock? I was in the parking lot. Wow. You guys showed up. He's laughing, he did, huh? Like that's how we got up front. You got here at 3 o'clock, man. Congratulations on finding parking. Well, we got through, so I feel like we're through, you know, ish or whatever. Wherever we're at, we're here. And this is good. I had a year, what a year, huh? I just, yeah, a year ago, I couldn't even go grocery shopping. I'd have to put on the mask and the gloves and the wetsuit and the snorkel, like we're going in. Yeah, I remember going outside, the first time in about a month, going outside of my house to get groceries. I was gonna make a big old trip, right? My neighbor saw me from across the street. He yelled out, "Where are you headed?" And I felt like I was in an old-timey Western or something. "I'm going into town for supplies. Be back on Tuesday." "What stores you hitting?" "Well, I'm fixing to go to the general store and Trader Joe's. What do you need?" "Yeah, pick me up a 40-pound sack of grain and some of that lemon arugula couscous, buddy." We did some homeschooling. Did you guys homeschool? Anybody? I'm sorry. Some of you are like, we're a little bit old to homeschool. Yeah, I did. My kids are older too. They're in home college, which is different. Yeah, I don't really teach. I just my son goes up in his bedroom on his computer in his underwear all day, and I spend $40,000 a year. So that's the deal, man. Yeah, he was bummed that he doesn't get to go to school with his friends, but I said, hey, at least you get to live on campus. So yeah, I'm a fun dad. My wife tells me I'm too fun. She says I need to be stricter. The kids need to learn that no means no. And I'm like, you know, what if I'm raising them to be salespeople? Right? They're never going to make their quota with that kind of attitude. I tell them, you got to get back in there, earn your bonus. Of course your mom says no. If I got discouraged the first time your mom told me no, you wouldn't even be here right now. It is. It's expensive raising kids. You find that out early, right?
Oh, yeah.
My son was 5 years old. People started putting pressure on me financially. They're like, are you saving up for his college yet? I haven't even paid for my college, man. I'm going to have to walk him up through the financial aid line to the people I still know. Yeah, I got a tab going, right? We're good? Yeah, no, turns out I am alive. I know. Boing, boing, my son went to college the other day, but I still have my own student loans to pay. Well, the check's in the mail and the bills are due. The interest on my loans continues to accrue. When you're catching up, that I don't know when, but we'll be filing chapter 10, yeah.